Hey guys. Alright, so after that last video, I'm just going to try to do a Zod run on this same Shock Bear Paladin. A bit interested to see how this one works. I just swapped out some Grand Charms I was able to pick up. I think that was the only change. Oh, I put the Haws on instead of the lidless just to be on max res swap. I'll go through the gear at the end since I've already touched it here, so let's get right into it. So this is obviously a bit of a pain to have to go through this each time, but there's not really, I mean, there's a few different ways I can play around with this to do, but you kind of have to deal with this nonsense a little bit. I mean, the damage is just wild. It's just a little bit clunky or slow. I am going to remember to do this. See if we can get one more rejuve here so I can heal. Nice. Of course not. There we go. Okay, so let's get right into this. This one's really going to matter if I get stuck in this FHR lock. So I don't really want to have to damage the odd Rathma, but it seems the damage is very nice. Yeah, that's the bear frames for FHR are just absolutely nonsense. I even upgraded my FHR, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check to make sure I didn't swap back by accident. I was testing a few other things between these two videos, so that might have screwed something else up. No, he didn't get off his Nova there. Yeah, just getting hit feels awful as a bear. I am really impressed with the damage of this versus the Zeal. Obviously, you have less mobility, so that's kind of definitely the downside. I mean, also the incredibly frustrating setup with all the weapons, but you could probably get away without CTA. If I had slightly better gear, I could probably just drop the CTA. I mean, I could probably drop the CTA anyway, but I'd rather not. So you see, we got not too bad there. Oops. Oh, yeah. You can get quite forgetful in this, so that's definitely frustrating. I think if bears had better frames, like in terms of like block and FBR and stuff, they'd be absolutely broken. I guess maybe people are wondering, I think a lot of people know, but maybe people haven't played around with bear too much. The reason people transform into the bear for these kind of like meme builds is because it allows you to hit these really fast attack speed that you're seeing, like this bear just absolutely going crazy. If I was just in Pally normal format, I'd be attacking, um, I think it's probably 2.5 times slower because I have 4 frames per attack right now, and I think in my normal attack animation of a Pally, it's at 10 frames per attack, I believe it is, with this weapon. So that's kind of the big thing, is that you can get some two-handers with some crazy speed. So this also works on like a physical variant, because you can just put a big heavy hitting two-hander. The issue is you do need the attack speed. Like I have 120 on here on this base, so it depends on the base of your main weapon, but you need quite a bit of attack speed, so that's where it can be a bit of a struggle on the physical one to get a high base damage, high attack speed. It's a bit of a challenge. Okay. I had some glare on my screen. I thought there was another skeleton up there. It's definitely quite satisfying, the procs. If you didn't have to enchant, um, this would be very enjoyable playstyle. I mean, also if you can get some movement speed, it'd be very nice. Okay, this is a bit of a rough one. So you definitely kind of want to avoid being in the center of all these knights to get stuck in FHR. Okay, we should sort of finish it now. There we go. Oh, I never did. Make sure it's CTA. Okay. feel like every time I bring an antidote, carry it through all the phases, the first mob drops one, and if I don't, I have to clear half the void before one drops, so it is what it is. So the additional HP of everything, of the knights and the bosses, doesn't seem like it has a major impact on this build. Like I said before, the Zod kind of busted right now for damage. It's not scaling properly, so the damage in this fight from the bosses is a much less than intended. So next season this might be not doable on Zod level, let's say. I mean, we'll have to see, but I would guess right now it's not, but we have to see what the values are going to look like. Yeah, the decrep just feels terrible. Okay. So let's see if we can do this better timing here. So, cube's full, everything's good to go. That was a dangerous start. Not the start you want on your Zod run. Seems again this whole men down thing is going to be weird. And Rathma's going to die first. Just kill him. Just get Rathma to stop attacking us. Alright, looks like this is going to be Zod down. We'll get him before the last B-Nova, it looks like. There it is. So there's a Zod Rathma with the shock bear pally, I guess we'll call it. So again, same weapons here. Won't go too much into the detail because I'm just using the same gear I did for the Vex kill. So it's pretty much the same in this fight right now. There's not any additional damage really between Vex and Zod, just additional health of the mobs and such. So pretty easy. Well, I wouldn't call it easy, but it's not too challenging. So yeah, if you have any questions on this one, then let me know. Later. Cheers.